He said he was the candidate of change, America's first black president. He promised hope and transformation.
We gather because we have chosen hope over fear, unity of purpose over conflict and discord.
His presidency began with the financial turmoil of a global recession. He inherited 10% unemployment. It's now 4.6. In 2009, he started to pump $800 billion into the economy and brought it back from the brink.
There was a real possibility of a global economic meltdown. And, the fact that Obama and his team, not only pulled the United States, but helped keep the world out of a huge decline, I think is the single most significant thing he's accomplished.
He spent enormous political capital on the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. It was an attempt to extend health coverage to millions of uninsured Americans. President Obama's relationship with Congress got progressively worse. He accused Republicans of partisan obstruction. They accused him of arrogance. In his last 2 years, he increasingly used executive powers to get things done.
Everyone except for that right there is 53.
His deepest regret may be his failure to get Congress to do anything on gun control. The 2012 killing of 20 children at school in Connecticut was a dismal moment.
Every time I think about those kids, it gets me mad.
On foreign policy, President Obama came to power promising to bring American troops back home. In 2009, there were 140,000 in Iraq and 34,000 in Afghanistan. Those numbers have been slashed. President Obama never supported the invasion of Iraq, and his determination to reduce American military involvement overseas was popular. But many have accused him of also reducing American influence, particularly in the Middle East, creating a vacuum which others have exploited. In 2009 in Cairo, he spoke of a new relationship with the Muslim world.
I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world.
But his steadfast refusal to get involved in Syria, even after the use of chemical weapons, made him and America look weak. His reliance on drones to take out enemies upset liberal critics and allies alike. His promise to close Guantanamo Bay remains unfulfilled. But there were achievements. He engaged fully on the issue of global warming, delivering vital U.S. support for the Paris Climate Accord. He led international efforts to confront Iran's nuclear ambitions in a deal that may have averted war. One bitter irony for a black president, an increase in shooting deaths among African Americans and a rise in right-wing extremism. The racial divide is still there. His hope for change is hard to see.
We talked about domestic policy.
Barack Obama was liberal and progressive. He may have been thwarted by Washington politics, but he has left his mark. Some argue he's leaving America more divided, but others say with his successor in mind, he will soon be missed. Simon McGregor Wood, TRT World, Washington.